By now, we all know that Chet got embarrassed in the conference finals by Wemby, putting up an atrocious stat line with only 75 points in the whole 7-game series, which, for an all-NBA caliber of player, is horrible. I can't imagine how happy Wemby is that he didn't just make the finals, but that he made the finals against Chet, who is on the receiving end of a one-sided beef. And I'm not saying that Wemby having a one-sided beef is a bad thing. It is actually really entertaining to watch. And I do wish that Chet would stand on business a little more, because he just takes the disrespect from Wemby. Like, just listen to this guy. After the Spurs beat the Thunder in Game 7, he is scared.
To sort of put the team first, and we have seen emotion from you at different points. But there's times where, like, Wemby is like bumping you on the way to the huddle. Like, there were times he clearly tried you. But did you feel at any point that you almost went out of your way to like not make it about you and him, like almost to a degree you hadn't before?
At the end of the day, it's always about us trying to win the basketball game. Us as a collective, the Thunder team trying to win the basketball game. And that's what it's always going to be.
But a lot of people think that this disgust that Wemby has for Chet is because of people comparing them to each other, which definitely contributed to Wemby's hate for Chet, because they are not even in the same conversation when it comes to rankings in the NBA. Just listen to what Rasheed Wallace said back in 2023, because in hindsight, his take just seems silly.
You would take Chet over Victor Wembanyama?
I'm taking Chet over Wamba. Now, 5 years from now, 5 years ago, everybody sleep on a young boy. I fucks with him. What made me know he was a dog? I seen the young fella a few years back when he was in high school. They go one-on-one. Chet and the kid, they going back and forth. Boom! Punches it in this kid's mouth. I said, oh my God! I said, yo! And that was the first time I heard of Chet Holmgren.
The real reason that Wemby hates Chet so much dates back to 2021, when Wemby was just 17 years old in the Under-19 Basketball World Championships. So in these World Championships, Wemby represented his home country, France, and led them all the way to the finals, where they faced the stacked USA team. The French team wasn't bad, but Wemby was essentially carrying them to the finals, with Bilal Coulibaly being one of the only other NBA caliber players on their team. And when you compare Wemby's squad up to the USA's, which had names like Chet, obviously, but also Jaden Ivey, Peyton Watson, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Johnny Davis, it was a David versus Goliath matchup. Somehow, though, Wemby led his team to a score of 42-37 at halftime, and things were looking good for the Frenchman. But Team USA eventually went on a crucial 11-point run in the fourth quarter to secure the gold with a final score of 83-81. What makes this worse is that Chet got the tournament MVP. And just look at some of these clips. Wemby is very visible distressed at the result of this game. This game really turned Wemby into a villain, because anytime he can get a cheap shot on Chet, he will take it. Just watch these clips.
Oklahoma City, and he also had 5 steals. He had more steals in that game than the entire Thunder team. Great two-way star, and that's going to be a foul against Wemby.
Jay, you and I know these two have a lot of history going back to their days battling as teenagers in the FIBA.
Wembanyama, offensive foul.
What's really hilarious but also sad about this whole beef that Wemby has with Chet is that Chet's legacy is going to be tarnished because of Wemby. People won't remember Chet because of his basketball skills, but will remember him as that guy that Wemby beefed with and couldn't do anything about it. In conclusion, I am excited to see how this beef between the two develops throughout the years, and if Chet ever goes on a redemption arc. But for right now, it looks like Chet will have to deal with Wemby for years to come.